Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we're going to do a reading for somebody that has kind of walked through a pretty difficult storm. It looks like a pretty messy breakup with Temperance in the reverse. There was kind of something off here with the pairing. Maybe somebody was trying to pretend that they are someone that they are not. And so there was trouble that pushed someone to walk away from this relationship. And it may have been quite painful at the time, but we've also got the Three of Swords in the reverse, which I love to see because this is somebody who is recovering from heartbreak. And I've been hearing, um, who was it? I think it was Whitney and Mary J. Blige with Heartbreak Hotel, I think. So I've been hearing that in the background. So I feel like there's some sense of, yeah, that was kind of shit, but I've made it through it. So cool. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Happy Friday, Junior. If you're watching this the day that I posted, we're going to continue with the Beginner's Tarot, which is what we had for the first, the pre-shuffle, if you will, and see what else we have for you here. We have the Hanged Man. Look at the world from a different perspective. So I think in particular what I'm looking at here is recalibration along with sacrifice. It may have been painful to walk away from, maybe it was a friendship even, but it feels more romantic. Maybe it was difficult to walk away from this situation, but it's becoming clear to you now that you're able to recover, maybe even a little bit faster than you anticipated from this situation. And you see things more clearly now. I feel like you realize now what was kind of holding you back or causing you to feel a little bit stuck. We've got the Six of Wands coming out in the reverse. So I feel like you were dealing with somebody that was unwilling to listen to what you were trying to communicate in terms of what could be done to salvage the relationship. But it's also interesting. I've never seen or like looked at the Six of Wands in the reverse as pride in riches, but that's the first description on this card for us here. So you may have been dealing with somebody that was a little bit caught up in, keeping up with the Joneses or being a little bit materialistic. And that led to kind of a disconnect or a feeling distant from somebody that maybe initially you thought was the right person for you. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse. Stalemate, stuck, unwanted proposals, unaccepted offers, lack of empathy. Yeah, I think somebody was trying to convince you that they were a more compassionate individual than they actually are. And you realized that what you thought would be a good situation was actually not one you wanted to be in at all. It's kind of like a Gone Girl vibe that I'm getting from this, especially because now we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Unreliable is what's really sticking out to me here, and somebody was lying to you. They were not presenting themselves as they truly are. It feels like somebody was trying to, trick you into believing that they were a better person or perhaps even like more wealthy than they actually are. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody was jealous or stubborn here. They wanted to prevent you from being able to move forward, which I think is specifically in reference to you being in a relationship with somebody that would have been more your pace, right? How's it going, pirate? Woo. We've got Page of Swords in the reverse and the Hermit in the reverse. Yeah, this feels like maybe even a drama queen or somebody who likes to distract from their own shortcomings by talking about those of others. But there's something really untrustworthy about this person. They would really, search for information that they could use against those around them or try to find some sort of air cover in terms of not letting people see their true character. So we'll use the Masonic Tarot since that always seems to convey somebody's, I don't know, justice coming through. What else do we have for heartbreak? Oh, okay. I don't know if you saw how that flipped out of my hand, but Spirit was like, no, 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 that one stays. We've got the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Gold. Now, keep in mind with the Masonic, this may look like it's Pentacles, but this is actually for fire signs. So this would be like the Nine of Wands or the Wounded Warrior. We've got somebody here who has defended something time and time again and really thought that this situation or relationship was what they wanted. But at the end of the day, this is coming out with the Five of Cups in the reverse, which means somebody knows they have to leave something in the past and they're able to do so. They're able to recover from whatever this loss is. And I feel like that's kind of a surprise to someone. Like, I've spent all this time defending this relationship or this connection only to get to a point where I myself am now ready to reject it and walk away from it and forget it. We have the Seven of Mallets, which would be like the Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Assessing the situation, looking at what you have invested in this relationship or in this person and deciding that's just not for me anymore. I've put in all of this effort. I don't feel like it's been matched by the other side, and I'm ready to walk away. I'm ready to accept that that was, a poor use of my time or not the right person to give my love to. And I feel like you're absolutely right about this because this is coming out under the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you've decided to leave behind somebody that was really kind of cruel or bitter. Hello there, Joanna. I hope you're having a great day. We've got the High Priest and the King of Gold or King of Wands in the reverse. So this feels like somebody who would probably be, what's the right word? A little holier than thou, right? Somebody who is a bit of a bully, but wants everyone to look at them as if they are like chosen. Somebody who has, I don't know, divine insight or knows God, knows the right way to live their life. But at the end of the day, what they're really doing is taking whatever knowledge they have and trying to bully others or make other people live their life the way they want them to. So this is, God, there's a word. Is it charlatan? I don't know. Maybe that's not quite right. But we've got somebody realizing they don't have the control that they thought they did because this person they were trying to control is moving steadily towards a new beginning. Remember, this would be like the Ace of Wands. So even if somebody tried to convince you or your person that they shouldn't be pursuing this new life, this new opportunity, or have a new perspective, their words are falling on deaf ears because someone has already figured out that this person can't be trusted. So if they give you advice to do this, you're going to do that, This is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, one of my favorites. So I feel like this Five of Cups kind of came out sideways, indicating that we have somebody here who thought that they would be able to keep you stuck or kind of upset over how things had gone for much longer than you were actually stuck. We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse underneath the Five of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel like there's some element here of you acknowledging this has made me feel stuck. It's not doing me any favors. The only way to change this is by moving forward and accepting things the way that they are. And someone was really hoping that they could prevent you from being able to see the possibility of new opportunities, new lives, new partners, whatever it is. And you're like, you know what? No, I'm actually kind of delighted at the thought of having a new path, a new lover, a new job, whatever it is. You're okay now moving forward. I didn't even see that. We have the Fool. This is all about new beginnings. But do you see we have somebody following this guy with clearly bad intentions? And I think what they're trying to do is convince you that there's danger somewhere that there is not, trying to keep you afraid of the new or afraid of the different. Now we have the Hermit in the upright, whereas at the beginning we had it in the reverse. So this person was trying to get you off the right path, keep you misguided, but you have found that North Star again. You have found your guidance again, and you are not letting this person convince you that you need to follow a different path. You feel like you are on the right path. So good for you. It's sometimes a little easier than it should be to listen to the opinions of others in matters of great import where you probably should just be listening to your intuition. And we've got Temperance and the Page of Pentacles. You are in the midst of bringing back stability and balance to your life. Remember, instability was in the title, right? Somebody wanted you to stay put, and they knew the best way to keep you stuck was to create toxicity or instability in your life. But this Page of Pentacles suggests this person cannot stop this new beginning for you. This is what you are intended for, and you already know this. Whatever this person was trying to prevent you from doing, they may have been able to delay you or create some obstacles that maybe even made you question whether or not this was the right thing for you to do. But with the Tower in the reverse, whatever they were trying to prevent, it's an unstoppable force. It's going to happen. All right, we're going to continue with the Rider-Waite. This looks to me like you have determined your energy, your time, your effort is very valuable. And you don't want to be wasting that on something or someone that doesn't value it as they should. So you are going to defend your right or defend your time being spent the way you see fit. And if somebody wants to come at you for how you're doing so, you're quite content to tell them exactly why you're not doing that anymore. Or maybe you just don't even want to give them the time of day. You are empowered and feeling like, I think the word is justified in how you are approaching life or what your perspective is. That Queen of Swords is back out and it's in the same column. But now we have the Queen of Swords in the upright. So this feels like if you had, say, a couple of months where you weren't really feeling like yourself, it's because this other person was putting their energy onto you. You have effectively taken a bath, rinsed all of that grime off of you, and now you know, I'm not this angry, upset, lazy, stuck person who lies or, doesn't see the opportunities. I am able to see what I should be protecting or, fighting for, and what does not deserve that time. I feel like you're able to spend less time arguing because you already know, like you have accepted finally, whatever is not working because it's not meant to work. There is a foundation here that is unstable. It was built on a fake promise or a false situation. So you're accepting the reality of things and not buying into this delusion that somebody else has created for you. Hi there, Hahi. If you would like to get a personal reading, you're welcome to check out the description box. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com, so you can definitely get a personal reading if you'd like. But with regards to the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, it looks like we've got something that was once like kind of clinging to you, or you were clinging to it. You are now ready to let that go and not be so, I wanted to say the word desperate, but I don't really want you to feel like, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word. You're not so dependent or focused on one particular path to happiness. I think you've broadened your horizons and accepted that there could be other things that make you happy or other people that make you happy. All right, we're going to grab some from the Fairy Lenormand to get some additional clarity here for you. How's it going, Mountain Girl? Welcome. All right, I guess it's that one. So it looks like we've got perhaps a visitor coming your way. Somebody who would like to have a conversation. It could be a female, because we do have the woman card coming out here. Otherwise, honestly, for some of you, I see this as you may have a visitor in your dreams, somebody that has potentially passed over or somebody that you haven't seen in a very long time. Ah, yes. So earlier I was talking about choosing a different path, maybe feeling more comfortable with this one over here, but being drawn to try something different. And you'll notice the one that looks a little bit more well lit is the one that presumably is going to have more happiness because we've got the sunshine over here. So I think you are well acquainted with difficult roads, and now you're going to choose something that is a little bit more calm for you, a little bit more your pace. I don't want you to spend too much time wondering if you should have done things differently or if you've made a mistake in terms of getting to where you are right now. Whatever you have done up to this point has built you up and given you an interesting kind of empowerment. You basically were broken down so that you could then build yourself back up. It's like, I don't know, when you go from your weakest moment or your moment of feeling most alone, and then you yourself are able to pull yourself out of that and get to a place that feels like home or feels like you have accomplished something, you feel 10 times stronger than if you had just, oh, you know what, that looks like the right one. I don't want to go through all of that turmoil and strife. You did go through all of that strife and it's made you a better person. It's also helped you to be able to discern situations and people much more adeptly. All right, I feel like Spirit wants me to do the whip again. If you haven't heard this before, enjoy. If you've already heard it before, I'm sorry. One of my mom's and my favorite thing to do, we've been saying this forever. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, please, not the whip. The whip. No, anything but the whip. Anything? The whip. We have the whip here. And I feel like this is all about the first couple of cards we got out here. Even though I feel like the stars came out before the whip, what happened here is you have gained strength, you have recovered from, and you are healing from something pretty difficult. But this is making you an even stronger warrior, right? Which is why you maybe like my channel, because, we're all warriors here. So it may have been difficult, but it was worth it because now you are set up to handle pretty much anything that comes your way. It makes me think of a Calvin and Hobbes comic strip that I read years and years ago, which was basically, I think it was about camping and bad weather. And Calvin's father basically says, "Oh, don't worry, it builds character," which was like his answer to anything that went wrong. It builds character. Well, you done built some character here, so. All right, it's Kipper Skipper Flipper time, right, Pirate? Oh my. Starting off with the coffin and the pathway. Times they are a changin'. You have ended something that you needed to end, and it is enlightening for you because you now know what the right pathway is. You have figured out for sure that's not for me, and now I know this is for me. So a lot of you could be charged with sharing what you learned through this experience with others so that you could help guide them. I'm not going to lie, you guys, this kind of speaks to me because I've been through some shit, but it's made me stronger. And if it enables me to help even two of you have a happier, healthier life, then I deem it to be worth it because then I've made an impact. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you have that same opportunity where whatever you have learned in the course of your action, it's made you stronger, it's matured you, and built that character. So now you are in a position where you could potentially be a leader for others that are going through what you have essentially already survived, right? You now have high honor. So you may also see that you have increased intuition or that there may be kind of a showering of blessings coming your way because whoever I'm reading for, you've been through this difficult time, but you held your head high. You did not lower your vibration to match those around you, and you have demonstrated what you've learned and who you want to be or who you are. Many of you have had to walk away from a hometown, a comfortable living situation, a family, but this is coming out sideways to indicate that you are leaving or you have left one only to walk into one that is much more your pace. People who want to support you instead of be an obstacle for you. I do think that this took you through a pretty disparaging situation or path. You may have lost a lot of tangible assets, like, gotten that bank account down to like $11 or something like that. But this is the dark before the dawn. So I feel like we're about to get maybe 2023 is like your year. I think you're going to get some sort of demonstration here that whatever you've done, it is freeing you from what's held you back previously. We'll get some additional clarity with the situations deck. I think this racing car is you. I don't really think you're avoiding so much as you've put something to rest and you really don't have any time for that shit anymore. and it's pissing someone off. So if you've blocked somebody who is trying to keep you stagnant or be basically an obstacle in your way, they are freaking out because you are taking a different approach. Namely, I feel like most of you have decided, I'm not going to continue to talk to you because all you do is use mind games against me. So they are, I think, seeing your progress and getting upset because whatever they used to do is no longer working. I totally put twin flame as a hashtag, or maybe it was a playlist actually. So this video is likely going to be in the twin flames. And here we have the twin flame card coming out. Whoever this person is, they have made you a better person by refusing to be one themselves. I said it. I have a little bit of a weird view on twin flames, if you hadn't picked up on that already. I don't believe that anybody is entitled to be with you or with your mom or with me or your uncle, whatever it is. Even if you are a twin flame in my life, that doesn't mean that everything else gets tossed to the side in favor of whoever you are. This is somebody who is meant to upgrade you, meant to make you stronger because they test you. And you've cut this person off. If you haven't, this reading isn't for you. Or you are about to cut this person off because this person wanted to keep you stagnant and you acknowledged that. You maybe still love the poop out of them, but you're not going to let anybody get in your way. So you decided, we're done. Sorry. Next. So my personal opinion is if you have a twin flame, don't put too much stock in whether or not that means you are destined to be with that person. You've got to do whatever is right for you at every step, at every turn, and nobody gets to lay claim to you just because of that title, right? We've got waves, emotions coming and going. It may feel to you like the love that you've had for this twin flame has kind of exploded and then retracted. Like it was really hard to let this person go, but the further away I am or the more distance I put between me and this person, the better I feel, the more clear my thoughts and my intuition get. I agree, Mountain Girl. Does everybody see that? Twin flames is just a marketing buzzword. Underscore, hallelujah, I agree. You got to be careful with that shit because when people try to call themselves a title within your life, even soulmates, right? Because some people believe there's only one soulmate out there. It doesn't excuse you from doing the work. I don't care how many times I said you're my twin flame or you said I'm your twin flame, whatever it is. If you're not also doing the work, then none of that means jack. So we have settlement, pretending, and recalling. I think whoever I'm reading for, you are willing to make a compromise. You are willing to be patient. You are willing to be accommodating. And what happened is you had an experience with your twin flame that demonstrated for you once and for all, this person was a big fake. If you love me, demonstrate it. Don't tell me that you love me. Show me you love me. But if you are pretending, if you are fake, if you love bomb me one day and then the next day you want to make me feel like horse manure, hit the road, Jack. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't care how many good memories we have. I don't care if you want to make new memories. I don't care if you think we have, lived 8 lives together before this. Don't matter, because all that really matters to me is, did you put in the work or are you being fake? Because if you're fake, then there's not a room for you in my life because I'm authentic, I'm real. And I think that's who I'm reading for. You've decided you're not going to let a title downgrade your worth. Simple as that, right? Yes, I love that, Mountain Girl. Agree. There are plenty of people you can connect with in life, right? Like Miss Cherry B. Oh, love that girl. Ooh-wee. And for some of you, you may have noticed that as you started to create distance between you and your twin flame, there were signs that you were being protected and a lessening or outright like lack of signs that you used to see about this person. It's like out of sight, out of mind. If you like almost the other way around, right? Like if you stop thinking about constantly, then you don't see the signs that you used to see that used to tell you, I have to be with this person. And it gives you a sense of empowerment. Like, that's right. I can still make my own decisions. I don't have to be with this person just because somebody thinks that I have to. Because at the end of the day, entitled people are much less likely to do the work required to get whatever that benefit is than those that feel there's a chance they may lose it. And now, whoever this twin flame is that thought that they could, demand you be there, they're realizing you've, left the chat, so to speak. And now they're seeing all of these signs and triggers around them, which I think is the universe just saying to them, yeah, so remember you thought you could just like rely on the fact that this person thought you were their twin flame? Yeah, but you were also supposed to do some work and you didn't. So now this person is going to move on without you and you're going to see them be happy with somebody new. Hi there, Miss Veronica. I hope you're having a wonderful day. But this person doesn't want to believe it, you guys. But you're my twin flame. You're supposed to be obsessed with me. Huh? I'm obsessed with my happiness. I'm obsessed with living my life authentically. And you can't change that. This person thinks that they can negotiate or buy their way back into your life, but they're not facing the truth. You've already put two and two together and realized you could be happy all on your own and you don't have to be limited to this person. And now this person realizes that their assumption that they could just come back to you at any time and be in your life is a crock of shit. They look like a clown. The not cool kind, the not funny kind, the did you even try to make that makeup look good kind? All right, I'm getting all sassy, you guys, sorry. We're going to get some additional information from the Everyday Tarot. Ah, you're so sweet. So you may become aware that your twin flame is dealing with legal or tax issues, perhaps money issues. For some of you, they've been evicted or kicked out of a home. We've got the Tower indicating that there's been significant change here for this person, and I don't think it's been welcome change. They feel like they have lost. They feel like they are still losing or hemorrhaging things. They may have been really hung up on the material things or how they are perceived by others, and that slowed down their progress. I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you know that material things may be necessary. Yes, I need a roof over my head. I don't need to be fucking loaded. I don't need to have like a giant home just so that other people think I'm a good person. Either I'm a good person and you know it because you've encountered and you've dealt with me, or not. Which I have to give a shout out to Grace in Ireland. That compliment you paid me yesterday was just heartwarming. So thank you. We have Strength in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles. That's literally what I was just saying. Somebody was refusing to do the work on their soul and thought all they really needed to do was look rich. What? Okay, so maybe you have a nice car. Maybe you have a beautiful leather jacket. Maybe you've got a McMansion in, the woods, whatever it is, you invested in the wrong things. You thought this was how I get to be a better person. And it really put you farther down the list or made it less likely that you could focus on the things that you really needed to. This is avoidance. I don't want to work on my soul. I don't want to heal what's wrong with me. I want to focus on making lots of money so I can distract myself and be avoidant. How's that working out for you? Well, I'll tell you how that's working out. We have Temperance in the reverse again, Eight of Swords, and the Sun. This person is going to have a front row seat to you living your happiest life with the Sun, and they're going to feel trapped. They can change nothing now because you've seen them for who they truly are. You realize now with Temperance in the reverse that this person is unstable, and beyond that, also tries to create instability in your life or in you. Kind of, echoing back that idea of I'm going to love bomb you one day and then make you feel like crap the next day. And you were over it. So with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like this person realized at some point they have lost you, and now they are also losing all of this bullshit material stuff that they were using to cloak themselves with to try to make them seem like a much better partner. Well, that's empty and vacuous and doesn't offer any true salvation if you're trying to be a good person. It's not about the money. It's not about the big house. It's about whether or not you have actually attempted to deal with whatever makes you be a crappy person. Do you have integrity? Are you honest? Are you kind and generous? Or are you greedy? Are you just looking to be a better person than everyone else? Do you consistently think you're the smartest person in the room? You got shit to work on then, man. And it's not about buying a 5-bedroom house and a sports car. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm totally on my pulpit today, aren't I? I have strong feelings about this twin flame stuff because I think a lot of people get caught up in it and it drives me crazy. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that you should ever feel 100% tied to in terms of this is how I make my choices in love is your self-worth. How do I feel about myself? What am I deserving of? Because if you can't give that to me, I can give it to myself and I'll wait for somebody that can. End of. We have the 9 of Wands, and I feel like this is somebody protecting their heart. I know what I've been through in the past. I know how you've treated me in the past. I'm not going to let this change just because maybe I love you or I loved you at one point or you think that you love me. Because quite often, people will use those words to control you. So we have the 3 of Wands in the reverse. I feel like you have surprised a number of people by being willing to distance yourself or even just be single. Some people, I love this idea. Some people are like, wait, but why are you single? You're such a great catch. Yeah, I know. That means it's really hard for me to find someone on my level. Why is that surprising to you? I'm going to be single until I find someone on my level. That's what this message is. I'm going to defend my heart. And it's not shocking that I'm not paired up with, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, because I know that there is someone special out there for me that has gone through something like this and will be an equal give and take or symbiotic relationship. Otherwise, I'm not interested in that relationship. So, yeah. We have the Hermit coming out to clarify the 9 of Wands. You are defensive in a good way, about your energy or your space. Another word could be selective, right? You're not going to let just anyone in because you know what you have cultured for yourself or what you believe is, you know, worthy of protection, is that heart, is that love. You don't want to deplete your cache of love because of somebody who maybe is interested in how you look. You want to be able to share that love with somebody who knows how to share that appropriately back with you. Yes, I totally agree, Mountain Girl. So I don't like to tell you how to do your job, Pirate, but am I allowed to give a vote for top comment of the day or top comment of the video? Mountain Girl. All right, so we have the Magician in the reverse, Strength, and Death in the reverse. Yeah. This is like a quick summary of today's reading. Somebody here was trying to control you. Somebody thought that they could do whatever they wanted and not work on healing themselves, and that the love that you felt for them would automatically mean they could waltz back into your life whenever they wanted to, after having their fun, after focusing on the wrong shit and not healing. And you, I love this card. It always gives me an excuse to talk to the skull that I have on my table. You were like, okay, Carmen, what are we doing here? Why are we messing around with people that are just like using you and being lame? You know what? Screw that. And it's paired with strength because I feel like you realized I don't have to put myself in this situation. I am quite content to move forward in my life on my own. I don't need to deal with people who want to control me. I don't need to say thank you. I can just up and leave. If you're not willing to change, if you're not willing to continually heal yourself, then, screw that. And I think you have surprised people that if people don't give you that equal give and take, they're shocked that you're willing to walk away. No, I told you what the requirements were. If you can't meet those requirements, you're going to have to find a, you know, um, a crappy proprietary brand version of Carmen or Mountain Girl or Veronica or Joanna or Christina, because you don't get the top drawer because you didn't put in the top drawer like work and effort. Sorry. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Someone here has been quite reckless, unfocused, putting in a lot of action or energy without having plans. So somebody is not, actually doing the work, like I said. And as a result, we have this Temperance in the reverse coming out for a third time. Somebody is upset that the instability they have created in their life is not something that they can drop off at your doorstep and expect you to make everything okay. Nope, not my zoo. Is it not my monkeys, not my zoo, I think is the phrase. All right, I'm going to grab a couple from the Gypsy Oracle. Exactly, Mountain Girl. Go find yourself a basic B because this is premium level and you don't meet the requirements. So we have Prison. Sweetheart. So we have an acknowledgement here that whoever this love interest in is, i.e. you, there is no going back here. And this person has made up their mind that, yeah, I don't care if you think you're my twin flame. I don't care if you think I'm your soulmate. You didn't do the work, so you're left in the past. You don't get to come along, Tell me more about the roller coaster, please. Cheerfulness. Some of you were married to this individual. Some of you are about to walk into a very healthy relationship where you will be the wife. Because this looks a little bit like a wedding celebration to me. Like somebody is giving that first toast after you get married. So, choosing yourself and focusing on your self worth, self love is bringing in your soulmate. We might see that card from the Angel Romance Oracle because that's where I'm going next. Tell me about the Eight of Swords, please. So, the Eight of Swords is kind of like not knowing who you can trust, not knowing if you can move about freely in the cabin, right? So, we have Thief and Widower. Both of them are in the reverse. Someone cannot steal your heart. Someone can't just show up randomly and expect you to be at their side. And the worst thing I think for this person is realizing that losing them has not really ended anything for you. If anything, that scorched earth is just leading you to something even better, something more your pace, something with somebody who knows how to value you, right? Tell me about this privileged lady. We have constancy. We could actually have somebody with the name Connie involved here, but I think more likely what we have is somebody, I think this is you, valuing things other than money. So whoever this twin flame is, they may have thought, well, if I can throw money at the problem, then everything will be fine. If I can buy you a gift, everything will be fine. And that may have worked with other people, but it doesn't work with you. You want to see, are you a reliable person? Are you going to be there for me? Are you going to demonstrate that you care about me more than money? Like, you got to be a person of substance, not just a person with a bank account. That's not hard to come by. But a person of substance, that's more difficult to find. Tell me about the despair here, please. Sorry if you can hear the vacuuming upstairs. We have fortune and young woman. My mom has slightly higher standards of cleanliness than I do. So she's always like, oh, I can just clean this for you if that's okay. We have fortune and young woman. So your twin flame is going to have a front row seat to you having the life you've always dreamt of. So you are going to perhaps get an inheritance, a promotion, maybe you're going to win the lottery, but you are going to have blessings that are definitely in some regard financial. And this person is going to see you doing quite well on your own or with a new partner, and it's going to break their heart. But I have a feeling for some of you, you've already had to go through the experience of watching them move on with another person or hearing that they had moved on with another person. And they did that just to get at you. They wanted you to feel jealous. This is somebody who thought when you make somebody jealous, they pursue you. And you sat on your ass and you're like, no, you're just looking like really stupid, actually, because you've chosen trash instead of class. I'm sorry. I don't like calling people trash, but I feel like this is somebody who chose like a garden tool variety over you in hopes that that would motivate you to like compete for them. And you were like, I'm complete. I don't compete. And with Malady in the reverse, whatever they were trying to do to make you jealous did not make you jealous. You were just like, maybe even repulsed or more motivated to find a way to move on with your life. So we have conversation in the reverse, and it did not provoke you to reach out to this person like they were hoping. So I think a lot of you have been no contact for at least a couple of weeks. What else do we have for this reading, please? All right. I'm going to have to also do another shout out to Miss Veronica. we've got releasing your ex, making space for your true love. When you get rid of the emotional ties, when you release that person, it creates space, or it tells the universe you are ready for this real love because you know what it really is now. It's not just, somebody promising forever, right? But it did require a little bit of separation. It did require for you to have a little bit of alone time. And this is the one. You're going to get engaged if that's what you want. Otherwise, it's a higher level of commitment, right? Maybe you move in together. But walking away from somebody who wasn't really your person is bringing about the kind of relationship you always did want, because you did not go back on your self-worth. You did not let this person play mind games with you. You stayed like true to yourself. High five. Honeymoon. Send me pictures, will you? All right. Well, I think we're gonna leave it there. I hope that was inspiring for you. I am really pleased to see that we've got people in the collective that are not letting things like the twin flame word, um, hold you back from having a real experience with somebody who wants to be there side by side, working on themselves at the same time, right? Special thank you to all of my moderators. Love you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be back in probably like an hour and a half or so. All right. See you then, guys.